Oh, hey, Retta's in chat.
Already? Good lord. Ba, 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 ba. All right, I won't do that again.
You've got to fight for what you want, for all that you believe. It's right to fight for what we want, to live the way we please. As long as we have done our best, then no one can do more.
Boogie with a suitcase, people. Hello there. Welcome to the Fletcher Bloke podcast. Facing the window in the night, caught by a second by the light. And with me is Brian.
Hello.
And Eddie.
Hello.
Oh, do you see that? Do you see that? Surely it should be that for you.
Oh, no, I'll save that for signing off. BC?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
No.
what BC
If that's what you think, that's fine. We'll have the dib salute. Right then, housekeeping? Should we do some housekeeping?
Sure.
Yes, well.
Yes, just so people know, the Eurovision special is up on YouTube. That's YouTube.com/Bibble Thruster. I had a quick look at it, but
Oh, it was good. I enjoyed
we
it. I
had a
watched
lot
it.
of fun doing it. It's the problem
Yeah.
is I'm not sure quite how much fun it is to watch, so take your pick. We apologise for last week's 2.5-hour show. We have had a little meeting before this show to try and work out what the hell happened. Answers on a postcard, please, to
No prizes.
The Flashing Blade, London, Wood Lane, W1A, 8QT.
8QT.
No, hang on, it's not W1A. It used to be W1A, 1WWW. And
Definitely it ended 8QT.
London W12, 8QT.
12 8QT.
Yes, W12. Don't worry about it if you've no idea what we're talking about. Only an idiot and I do.
You're young.
Yeah. Or American in this particular instance. Brian,
Yes.
are there any zip codes you can remember from children's TV over there back when you were young? That, you could write in?
No. I never paid attention to that.
Wow. Now, you see, the postcodes, as we call them over here, have become part of memory. London W12 8QT, as indeed has one of the phone-in numbers, 01811 8055. I don't know what that says about America. I don't know what that says about Britain, but one of us comes off quite badly there.
I'm
not sure
just going to
which.
say it's me. It's all totally me.
Not
I'm sure
so
other
certain.
people actually remember this stuff.
I mean,
just
we're
don't.
talking about a
Saturday morning
corporation that would give away a pencil as a prize. Yes, it was
Oh,
a
but the
Crackerjack pencil,
Crackerjack.
but still, it was just a pencil.
Oh, but everybody wanted one of those.
Hello,
And you wanted a good
sweetheart.
badge as well.
I got to speak to Brian's sister person last night.
Oh! Dash it up.
No. Friday night.
Was that Friday? Oh, yes.
It was
God,
Friday.
it was Friday night, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Jesus.
We're starting early.
Yeah, starters you need to give up. That's what I say. Oh, you'd be interested to know, last person who gave us a follow on this thing was a year ago, and that was Briglock Lover.
Wow.
I know, this is such a popular show.
Oh, Brig Lover. Where's Brig Lover?
Yeah, we
She
haven't
works, doesn't
seen
she?
her for
She-
ages. Yeah, hopefully I'll see her at the Capitol next
Liverpool.
year.
Oh, Capital.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we've been talking about her hubby's cosplay for the Capitol next time.
Oh,
However,
that's right,
I
he
do have
does,
Hooverville news, which I'm not sure if you've heard yet, Eddie.
I have.
Are you a happy
Can't
little
wait.
boy?
This is good.
It's
I
the
am
Colin
indeed.
Baker will be at Hooverville on
The
September
man
the 4th.
himself. Yep.
This is his third Hooverville visit, and probably the fourth to the Hoovers in total. It was lovely, Retta. Yes. Now, you see, I've done it. Now, yes, we made a rule. If we're going to read anything out from, if we're going to answer anything in chat, we have to read the question out first. Because I watched last week's Spaghetti Bolognese of a show, and I realised we were answering non-existent questions mysteriously. So we need to read out what was in chat and then answer them. Ladies and gentlemen,
That's a good policy.
we have a standard. I'm sorry, Bruce. I should have warned you. I should have warned you. Sit harder. All right, if you're feeling a bit weak. Yeah. Yes, so the Conor Baker at Hooverville, September the 4th, up in Derby at the Quad. Come along, please. They're not having to limit tickets now. Admittedly,
Oh, good.
we've no idea what's going to happen in the future. So, but it's going to be fun because you will have 4 Flashing Blade presenters there.
Oh, here we go. This is my internet acting up.
Yes, it is, because you suddenly words appeared and you didn't move your mouth.
You're doing that whole speed thing now too.
Oh, this is fun. He's blinking, so it must be working. This is a shame. This is the stuff I wanted to talk to Eddie as well about, you know? Can you hear me, love?
Mm-hmm.
I can, but it's roboting a bit my side. I'm going to try and just fix it.
Do
Bear
your
with,
thing.
Bear with.
Reboot, do your thing.
Do what you gotta do.
Yeah. So basically, 4 Flashing Blade presenters. You will have Mr. Steve Hatcher, one of the beards. He's actually the organiser of the event, so he will be rushing around like a blue-arsed fly all day. Please feel free to stop in and engage in long, tortuous conversation about his time on the Blade. I'm sure he'll really appreciate it.
He'll love that.
Yeah.
He
He will. He will. He lives for that happening at Hoovervilles. He really does.
He appreciates. Yeah.
Yeah. Eddie, at his first Doctor Who convention,
Ever.
I can't wait.
can't come on his
really
own.
can't
He's
wait.
had to bring his son along to look after him.
It's
To
nice to have a
make sure I
responsible
behave,
party
yes.
along with you.
Yeah. So
Chaperone. I've got to have a chaperone.
and my chaperone, or rather, I'm providing security for, is Dr. Sinister, who'll be coming up. So yeah, 4 Flashing Blade presenters.
Oh, I do have news on that front.
What, we've got more presenters?
Not
I
this year,
can't
but I
take
have
it.
put in an application to get my passport for international travel. So perhaps next year there may be an American invasion.
Oh, that'd be nice. That would be good.
We're going to have to sort something out, because if we're not basing it around a convention, you and I both need to travel, Eddie, to meet some sort of centre point to meet Brian.
No, I'll
good,
I'll
yeah.
space it around a convention. Oh, I'm all convention. Yeah.
Well, good. There's not many proper conventions nowadays like Hooverville.
Yeah.
Most of the conventions they have lots of tables, lots of merchandise, and it's not a convention at all. But Hooverville is old school.
But yes, no, I may just show up and take my full vacation if I get any and see the sights.
Oh, that would be lovely. It really, really would be lovely to give you a huge hug.
Yeah.
It would.
I will probably. I'm gonna see what I can do.
I was hoping that bit would put him off, but apparently not. Oh well.
No.
No, don't
Anyway,
worry about
you're
it.
not looking, I'm stealing a
Easily
t-shirt.
obtainable.
Actually, we'll have to see if we can get some sort of Blade get together. Just the Blade.
Yeah.
I mean,
that
we used to do picnics in the park in Hyde Park where the listeners would be invited, and we had our little spot in Hyde Park every year we'd go to. Then there was the Winter Warmer where we'd find a pub and not leave. That's where I met Dr. Sinister, actually, at the first Winter Warmer. He gave me a 3rd Dr. Sonic screwdriver, which I think I still have. I don't know. My entire house has been tipped upside down this week. Oh, I've
You
done
could
that.
do
Yeah.
a Flashing Blade live with all of us present in the same
Well,
room.
Sinister suggested doing an off-target panel. Understandably, Steve turned it down because they cram so much in to Hooverville.
Yeah.
You get value for money. You really do.
To be fair, I put most of those off-target people into the group.
That's because we can't be asked. When do you think I turned around and had you there?
Constantly, Admit, yes, admit.
Though to be fair,
oh, he's been on the
Sinister's
week.
quite
No.
Sinister's quite quick on that normally. Ah, right, hang on a second. Retta, you could tell Paco we'd need to get up early every day he's there. That could dissuade him. Brian! Paco! Listen. Now that you've
Thank
come
you,
out of the
Retta.
closet, as we discovered last week, you may have to get up early. Every single day.
I do that now.
Ooh, hang on a second. Just going to check with your sister, if I may. Retta, does he?
He doesn't know. She's in Boston.
Yeah, I'd still believe what she says over you.
I get up every morning at 5:30.
That's a
That
bit
would be
too-
around 12:30 your time. About 10:30 your time.
That's a bit late. So you'd have to
Yes,
get up
but
earlier.
it's early for me. So
Other
other side of the
8
world.
months.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dear. Yeah, so I really hope that happens, Brian.
will see
We
what
could
I can
try
do.
and organise some. No, I don't.
Oh, it'd be fantastic.
Let me look at the dates. Like when the
Don't
Flashing
worry,
Blades
I'm still in the
started.
process of. I haven't even gotten the damn thing
Oh
yet.
no, that's
so.
all right. But it gives me an idea. It gives me something to look at. Let me check the dates. See if there's some sort of anniversary coming up at the same time. Because I do like the idea of.
And if
something.
we could meet Jody, I promise to be on almost good behavior.
So basically, you're going to be on the truck with the straight jacket and the hockey mask.
I won't be naked. How's that?
That's a verbal contract.
Immediately.
That's a verbal contract.
I won't be naked immediately.
You
Oh,
utter
never qualified.
bastard. I now
Okay, small
have
print.
that mental image. You utter bastard.
Well, do you prefer that image or do you prefer do 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 do?
Oh, I'm all right with that. It's a good piece of music. It was just annoying me.
Yeah.
However, Freak, by Mate, the Eurovision song that never happened, has been earworming me now since last Sunday. No, since Wednesday when I checked out the Eurovision video. So, how's your week been, Eddie?
It was good. Busy at work, but that made for a quick week. I got my son's 21st birthday party date totally wrong. It's
Yes,
not-
yes,
wasn't,
you did.
Yeah, Friday. It's Wednesday. So bad dad. So
COVID.
I'm off from Wednesday. I changed my day off, so I'm going to go to that Wednesday. Watched Eurovision last night.
Why?
And
You better make the excuse for this good.
why? I don't know. Masochism, sadism, you name it. I always do. It's just I just love the bit where it's the ritual humiliation of the United Kingdom on one Saturday of a year. I think we need it. I
Why
think it brings us
Rooney?
down a peg.
Neil
or two.
Plant. It doesn't.
humbles
That's
us.
the problem. Because most of the people who know that this is going to happen, they just say, yeah, we know this is all right. But the right-wingers get so pissed off about it. And
Yeah,
it's a
that-
case of,
isn't
hang on,
that
you
like
don't
the
want to be
point
part
of
of
it, though?
Europe. You've turned round, all your press has slagged Europe off every single day. You push through a vote to make us leave Europe, and you wonder why they don't like us.
You know what, right? There's the political element, but the song and the song singer weren't. No, but God bless them, but they weren't that good. There was better songs on the night. That said, though, Germany's entry this year was a guy who was dressed up as a kiddies TV presenter, looked like a kind of Brian Cant on acid, with a woman beside him who was dressed up as a hand doing a V sign. Which would eventually, the hand would collapse, which would go like that.
No.
And when she spun round,
No!
was doing
Surely
that
not.
to everybody. Seriously.
That's
So,
the sort of meta
and they
commentary
managed-
we need.
They managed to get 3 points. They bet the UK. So we're not popular.
We
are
need to
not
say good
popular.
evening to Yumiko, who's just popped into chat. Right. Brian, how's your week been?
Hot. We've had temperatures of 90 plus.
Yes,
since
you
Thursday.
have. So, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
What have you been doing this week?
Working.
Apart from the working bit, love, what else have you been doing?
I've been indulging my plastic addiction.
When you
I-
say
I-
indulging, you mean boosting it tremendously?
Yeah, I've been how can I put this?
I don't know.
Buying a lot of Games Workshop models. Yes.
If that's what's in the box behind
I'm
you.
sorry,
on your-
this is a Riker
This entire
Picard
shelf
facepalm.
now is Games Workshop. These are the stuff I have to build. I
Yumiko,
still have to build these.
excuse me a second, replying to chat. Yumiko's asked, is he a Whovian? We do not use the W word on this show. There we go, moving on.
What do we use?
Silly old farts.
Fan base.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, silly
Yeah.
old, a big bunch of daft old farts who just happen to like a TV show. Quite frankly.
Or two.
I now have bats. I have lots of bats. And-
In the belfry. Don't like it.
Oh, they've been in the belfry for a long time.
Let's answer this. Retta's asking, well, why don't we like Whovian? We've answered this before on the show. You should catch up. Basically, Whovian never existed until the 80s, where American fandom, desperate to have something they could hang the fandom on in relation to Star Trek, who had Trekkers. You know, I'm a Trekker. They wanted a word that they could use to describe
When it
themselves.
started, they were Trekkies still.
Oh, really?
They became Trekkers during STNG.
Well. So anyway, we didn't know this word. The first time it was heard in this country was on The Children in Need in 1983, which is a telethon, which showed the Five Doctors as their big main thing. And Peter Davison came on afterwards. I was asked, what fans called. I believe they're called Whovians. And he'd been to an American convention. That bloody thing has stuck around our neck ever since. Very lightly initially, but when the new series came back, you can't not be a Whovian. Everybody insists you're a Whovian. This guy's, no, fuck off. I don't need a made-up word to describe who I am, and it's not the be-all and end-all of me. It's just one small part of my life. Am I getting a bit heated?
A little bit.
Yeah.
No, but I'm enjoying this. This is an
This is
impromptu
fun. This is,
rantate.
Yeah, it is a rant, but at the same time, I don't want to hurt people's feelings. There's some people who define themselves as being a Whovian.
It's their prerogative if that's how they choose to identify.
Yeah, but if I start mouthing off about it, it could hurt their I give up. There you go. One Fez.
Kind of wish I had a sonic blaster now.
Oh, right. There you go.
Ladies and
Feel
gentlemen,
better?
Mr. Neil Perriman. Right, moving on. Will you go on there? No, you won't. Will you go on there? Fez Escape! You see, that'd be something I'd do if we had a TV show. We'd have a thing, Fez Escape, where the Fez would go rushing around the studio. And the audience would go wild. That would be brilliant.
Would it
That's
go
my
burp,
idea.
It would go burp, burp, burp. Yes.
We love a mouse droid on this show. Oh, dear. No, don't feel bad for saying. Not at all. If that's how you describe yourself, that's more
Siobhan,
than fine.
Absolutely.
Our
just-
new standard.
Absolutely.
We have to read the comment and it.
I did it in the answer. No, don't feel bad for saying. You see?
I'm just.
I put, I'm sorry, I'd gone to a level more advanced than you then. When I didn't read the question out, I incorporated it into the answer.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's my story. That's what I'm sticking to.
Yumiko, I'm 50, never been to a Doctor Who convention, really still make tons of mistakes reviewing it every week, get the unworthy sign every week. So, oh, here it comes,
It's there. I just
It's
thought
coming.
I'd do it. Yep. There you go. Go, carry on, Eddie.
I'm not worthy of a brand or being called anything related to Doctor Who. Hopefully one day I'll get a badge, but
You have a
unworthy of
hat.
the diamond logo. I do have a hat, yes. There you go.
I
Unworthy
do
of the
have to
diamond
get a
logo hat.
T-shirt with that on for Hooverville. I
We-
insist
we-
on walking
yeah.
around with that on. I
That's
quite
his
like
compliment
the
to
idea.
me.
I quite like the idea of us being the unworthy podcast. I like that.
Can I have mine in black?
Yeah.
Just
do you mean
black with
black
the logo?
Black, with
Black
the logo.
T-shirt with the logo.
I don't see why not. Most T-shirt places.
It's easier to keep clean.
Well, yes. But most T-shirt places give you the option of colour. Hello, the brainy specs are out.
Yeah, I thought I'll give it a go. I'll
Yeah.
pretend it that I know. Yeah. It centres me.
Now, Bopey here has suggested the colour of your T-shirt should be pink.
I can't pull off the Don Johnson look anymore.
No, I'm sorry, Bopey. He is not absolutely secure in his masculinity.
Oh no, he is. He just can't pull off the Don Johnson look anymore. I'd have to get Docksiders and white pants and maybe a white jacket. It's a whole deal. I'm not going to invest that much.
One
in
of these jackets you roll up to just halfway up your sleeves is what. Yeah.
Exactly.
And
I
then
can't
drive
do
around the
Miami
city
Vice-
to quiet synthesizer music. Looking moody.
Unless we can get Phil Collins to start singing when I enter the room, I'll do it for that. I mean, that's a given.
I don't know if I could. If Phil Collins is going to start following us, I don't know if I could actually cope with that. I really don't.
I can
If he
feel it
starts
coming in the
singing
air tonight.
tonight and I'm walking
Oh,
in the room
Lord.
dressed like Don Johnson, I'll go with it. I'll do it.
You see, that was a
I
good
will
gag.
happily.
You went for that gag. You gave the punchline beautifully. Unfortunately, an American was busy talking at the time, so
Yeah.
the joke just didn't. Shall we try it again, just to be on the safe side?
Go for it. 1, 2, 3.
I can feel it coming in the air tonight.
Oh Lord.
There you go. There. All right, you're Phil Collins. You happy now?
Yes, actually, I am. I'll take a
Susu
pink one now.
Studio. All right, good.
I'll take a pink one
Say the
now.
word now.
I'm afraid my cat hasn't come home. It's been over a week now. I think it's fair to say I've lost him. I had some very good things happen this week to my flat, though, which has made life a hell of a lot better for me. I just need my garden to be done, and now I've heard no more about that. So I'm not going to be wobbling on about it this evening. Gentlemen, do you know we're nearly 25 minutes in already?
My goodness.
I'm
Wait.
starting to think this has got something to do with those large hadrons again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're exploding large hadrons, and it's doing something to time. Hang on, there's a GIF in chat. Oh, it's a putty tat. It's a putty tat.
It's a kitty.
Very big ears. Oh, there's a thing. People on YouTube, draw your own. I mean, why not? Oh, hang on a sec. We've got a meme war going, an emoji war going on now in chat. Bopey's done a little putty cat. Cyberlord has basically tucked in a ginger cat with shades. And I don't know what that is, Brian.
That is the official
Dalton Gnome?
eating ass,
That's the official what, love?
eating butt.
Ah, right. And there's
GIF
a
from Justin's channel.
There's a doggo underneath, and look, I'm not going to sit here and read out all the emojis we're getting in chat. I can't see that being any more entertaining than our usual crap, to be honest with you. But anyway, yes, so
Yeah,
round up of the week, it's all right. Has there been any controversies this week?
None that jumped to mind.
I mean, the Barrowman thing's still rumbling on. People
That'll
are starting to have a
rumble
go
on
at
for
Big
now.
Finish, and it's a case of, no, don't have a go at Big Finish. I guarantee you that came down from the BBC. Because they pulled them out of Time Fracture as well. There's been some sort of edict delivered, especially after what's happened to the BBC this week. I say the BBC.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I'm going to make a point here.
Yep.
I say the BBC. No, it's not the BBC. It's the BBC News Department
Yes.
of that time. A small group of people in that department. It is not the BBC as a whole. Unfortunately, the papers who hate the BBC because it's competition basically have just... Remember, they're the ones that chased Diana to her death. They're basically trying to do the same to the BBC now. So, yeah, good luck, BBC. It's just a few of you who spoilt it for all the others. Quite frankly.
Yeah, that was in the radio today in terms of the government are using this as a mechanism. Oh, but we need to do a complete and utter re-review
How
of
can
the
Johnson-
entire BBC.
How can Johnson criticise anybody's integrity?
Quite easily, because the man's an oaf.
Yeah, that's true. That's a very good description.
Yes,
I haven't heard
oaf.
that one for bumbling oath. Except he does have a
even-
fairly sharp
even-
brain.
Ooh.
Even better, bumbling oaf. Yes.
You know, I will support that advancement for him.
Okay. We're sorry you're having a bad day. Yumiko, do you see what I did there? Again, putting the answer to the chat thing in the... Do you see? Anyway, moving on. Hey, we got stuff to do. Half an hour in. Shall we do the stuff?
Yeah, because we've got quite a
Yeah.
bit to do to this week.
Yeah, all right.
We
You
have
ready?
a lot. dude.
And now, from the worlds of BBC Television's Doctor Who, it's Doctor Who. I tried to wag my eyebrows, except I've practically shaved them off. I've inherited my father's eyebrows, so every little while I've got to go in and get the electric clippers and just go, which is fun. A fourth Doctor Who. Depends on where you are with that. His plucky girl assistant Leela and his second best friend, the first K9. They drifted out to the edge of the solar system, and that's nice, isn't it? They're having a chess match, an ongoing thing. The Doctor playing chess with K9, I've noticed, not just in the TV show. Meanwhile, on the planet Pluto, which should be dead, cold, and completely uninhabited, 6 suns are floating around, and Citizen Cordo, who's a D grade, can't pay his taxes, so he decides to throw himself off the roof. At the same time, the fourth Doctor Who and Leela turn up and save his life and find out about it. Blake then teleports down with ladies and gentlemen, we're
Close
looking at
enough.
the Sunmakers. It's a year before the first series of Blake 7, but it is... At least I think it is. I always thought Blake 7 started in 78. Maybe I'm wrong. It's one of the closest Doctor Who stories to Blake 7. One thing you'll notice immediately is the fact that inflation is having a deep impact on the show, especially the sets. However, you can also justify it by saying that the company wishes to use the least amount of money for its infrastructure, its walls and whatever, so there's no flashy decorations or all that sort of thing. I like this one. It's a Robert Holmes script. The story goes that he just received a very nasty tax bill, and so wrote a Doctor Who story about it. Because, Brian, I'm not sure how much of that you got, but there were all sorts of digs at the taxman,
Yes.
including stuff... and it's come and it's gone. What's it come to go?
There was references to UB40s, P45s.
P45 main corridor. P45 is what you get when you get sacked.
Yes, Your Honor. I do, in fact, know.
Good.
I did.
All right. The inner retinue, for example, is the inland revenue. Do you see? I'm gonna carry on explaining this to him until he gets really pissed off. It's
No,
gonna be
go
funny.
ahead. Please continue your enormity.
My what? Oh, yes, we've made a rule, haven't we? We've made a new rule. Yes. The boys now have to address me in the same terms as Gatherahade addresses the Collector. It should be enough there for one show at least, to be honest with you. I love this one. Yes, it is cheap and cheerful, but it has spirit to it. Episode 4, and spoilers, the Gatherer gets thrown over the roof, strikes a sour note. Luckily, Terrance Dicks put it right in their book. Francis Wolf's performance as the Collector is superb, and you can see Tom's enjoying working with him, especially there's that wonderful scene where he fingers Tom's curly hair ever so jealously. It's nothing special to write home about, but it's good, solid, feel-good Doctor Who. Brian,
Yeah, yes, Your Honor.
do talking, please.
Well, this actually wasn't that bad for me. I liked it a lot. I like the fact that Leela was her usual competent self.
No, it's good.
They kept underestimating her, though. I love how she's calling them out. Well, then let's go get him out of prison. But it's down below the castle. So? And then she breaks into the castle. And he's already escaped. So they
Well, of
rescue
course.
his friend from.
Do you notice the slight problem Tom has with these sweeties this week?
No.
He offers a jelly baby to the guard in the correction centre. It's actually a licorice allsort.
Oh,
Later
right.
on, he turns around with a lovely insult to Gatherer Haid, who's already dressed as one. He goes, "Humbug!" And Gatherer Haid takes a jelly baby. Tom's having confectionery trouble. Let's just say that. That's probably one of the most important takeaways from this,
Yes.
possibly.
And also Villa's in it.
Ah, the unshaven Michael Keating.
Mm-hmm.
There's the link. Though Robert Holmes did go on to write for Blake Seven. Probably some of the best Blake Sevens you'll see, which is not surprising because it's Robert Holmes. We like Robert Holmes, he's very good. Come on, carry on talking, Brian.
Enjoying that, Leela's not girl in distress.
Thing is, though,
No.
she was off kilter because of the PCM, the anxiety-inducing.
Yes, but once she figured it out, once the doctor explained, look, this drug, there's something in the air that's making you feel fear, she's like, really? Oh, hell with that. She
Yes,
just
well,
totally
there's
put it
nothing
out
to
of her
fear,
mind.
but fear itself, and at my age, well, there's very little to fear.
Now, when the bad guys do eventually capture her, because, let's face it, she is going to be the girl in distress, they put her in the steamer.
Mm-hmm.
I had just got done watching The Bone Collector
Do
on
not know
TV.
this.
It's a movie with Angelina Jolie and Denzel Washington. It's about
I've seen
a
that.
serial killer in New York City.
You surprise me. You watch a lot of serial killer stuff. Are you taking tips? Okay,
There's a
moving on.
murder in the movie it involves steam. A steam vent goes off and it basically flash fries this woman victim. So I just got done hearing all the effects of a steaming, and now it's in Doctor Who.
So basically, you've managed to put the two halves of it together, and you've had the full steamer experience.
Yes.
The Collector would be ever so jealous.
Now, should you ever say that phrase again, perhaps in passing to someone who should be spankified or our friendly neighborhood sausage, that could be a dangerous
What, steaming?
thing. Yes. The full steaming experience.
The full steaming experience. You're very right there. You just have to say that to him and see what happens. We've got to get Spanky on this show just once. With, as we said last time round, some sort of
With warning.
1950s BBC warning saying, stay
Yes.
away.
Viewers of a
This
nervous
show is not
disposition.
intended for younger viewers and people of a nervous disposition.
Did you enjoy this, Brian?
Yeah, I loved it.
Oh, that's good. What about yourself, Eddie?
Oh, it's great. This is totally bonkers. I mean, lots of things. Watching it with the whole reference to Leela is going to be steaming in Glasgow, that is a totally different connotation. So
Yeah.
in Glasgow, us Glaswegians like drink,
Arthur.
and because of the Calvinist laws that used to be in Scotland, the pubs used to be closed on a Sunday, except for if you went down the River Clyde. They had these paddle steamers, which would have a bar in it. So people would go on the paddle steamers on a Sunday, get drunk. So the term steaming became associated with getting totally off your face drunk.
Wow,
So-
that's interesting because
Yeah.
steaming, has crossed the border. It's come across the wall.
Yeah,
Steaming drunk. Now I know where it's from, how it got.
that's the origin.
My
yeah,
cat
paddle
is
steamers.
soaking. In case you were wondering what that screeching noise was.
So you've got villain in this. You've got one of the the tax collector, the main villain in this, is one of the creepiest. I mean, really, it just his voice, his whole demeanor.
Was that his
and-
natural voice, or was he just putting it on?
Oh yeah. So this guy, I don't know the actor's name, but there used to be a children's TV program that we used to get in BBC Two over here called Words and Pictures. And it was an educational program. You got it in schools, and it was like teaching kids how to read via TV. And he had a character called Wordy on it. That's his. It's obviously exaggerated a little bit, but that was his voice. That's how he spoke. But obviously exaggerated a little bit for this. Brilliant. I mean, this is just like you said, the whole reference to tax forms, the whole thing, the anti-tax message. Would this have been during Thatcherism, the advent of Thatcherism?
No, I think we're looking at Callahan's years.
Really?
77, I think so, yes. I can't remember when Heath gave way to Callahan. But you've got to remember, during those few years in the 70s, the last few years of the 70s, inflation just went through the roof.
Yeah.
And the budgets didn't keep up, which is why they had
Yeah.
no money. I mean, Doctor Who had bugger all money anyway, but now they had the same amount of money, but everything's so much more expensive.
The sets for this, right? So there's one scene where it's like Leela, totally warrior woman extraordinaires on the chariot going down this corridor, and then she's like, "Yes, it's this is war, this is a battle," and obviously she gets hit and falls off. But that just seems close. Was that the BBC television centre offices that
No.
they used for the corridors?
No, I don't believe so. I've got to admit, I do not like that scene because it's very badly directed.
Yeah.
No, they used... Now, I don't know where that particular... I don't know where the P45 corridor was, but an awful lot of the location work was in Camden Depths, which is a series of tunnels off Camden Underground
Right. That was going to be my other question. The scenes underground was
There
so
are
is that
some
Camden?
stunning, I say views, they're not views per se, but the architecture underground is quite stunning. There's some amazing photographs of it. Great location. Great location. But as for the main corridor, I'm not sure.
It was just this huge big white corridor,
Yeah.
and it just didn't really sit in really nice with the rest.
Well, you got to remember,
but
they
again,
also used, I think it was a British Tobacco. Was it British Tobacco? Building for the roof scenes. How do I know this?
yeah, impresses. Seriously, that's why I ask, because I know you'll give me the
Why
answer.
you're in charge.
Oh, what? It's not my dazzling personality.
And that as well.
That too.
So
Oh,
I
it was
love
said with a
this.
straight face.
This is absolutely it's a crazy episode, and it's just glorious. Tom looks as though he's having a blast. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I did actually do a little bit of research on this one, and I googled this because I thought Louise Jameson looked as if she was having a blast in this one as well, and she quotes it as one of her favourite episodes, if not her favourite episode.
You'd be surprised the amount of actors in Doctor and Blake 7 around that time that say if the cover of the script had by Robert Holmes on it, they knew they were in for a really good time.
Yeah.
We need to salute
So, no-
Robert Holmes at some stage.
This is brilliant, great, love it. There's bits of it that just go totally bonkers crazy and but you know what? Don't care. Loved it. Brilliant episode.
There's a few bits over the top, and you've got to take Gather Hade's performance slight pinch of salt, but it's still a wonderful performance. It
Yeah.
really is. You think you're chewing the scenery, but by God, you're making it work. It's,
And the rebellion done on a budget with about 6 people. I don't care. Loved it.
there are some
Brilliant.
great outtakes from that. For example, Cordo running into the PCM distribution factory, and he goes to fire the gun in the air to say, it's working, we're free, etc. There are about 3 or 4 outtakes of him running in and it going very wrong. It's, yeah. So that's Doctor Who and the Sunmakers. Go out and watch it on BritBox and get a passport if you're in America. Come over here and watch it. There we go. That's the easiest way to do it. Brian's doing that.
Yep.
It's just so he has access to BritBox. We can at least
Totally.
show him Quatermass.
Proper BritBox.
Well, I don't know if I can even log in over there.
If you get a VPN, you might be able to.
No. Well, if I get a VPN while I'm over there and then
Log into your
VPN
own.
back to America.
Yes.
It defeats the purpose.
Oh, dear. Dear me. Anyway. That was the Sunmakers. Big Finish this week released the third Doctor doc set.
Easy for you to say.
No idea where that went. That escaped me completely. If you find it, can you let me have it back, please, somebody? Right, so 2 stories. One featuring the Brigadier, Liz Shaw and the Third Doctor, obviously. And the second one with Sarah Jane Smith and the Third Doctor. This is the first release where it has been entirely recasting of the main cast. Basically, both Sarah and Liz's characters are played by the respective actors' daughters.
I was wondering if that was Sarah's daughter.
Sadie Miller is Elizabeth Sladen's daughter, and Daisy can't remember her surname, which is annoying me. Plays
Forget
Liz, and that's Caroline John's daughter. 2 stories. One is good, one is bad. Let's play fair on this. Let's do the bad one first, in my own opinion. All right. Okay. The third Doctor Who, possibly, and his plucky girl assistant, Sarah Jane Smith, land on a very wet thing. They're basically out of Seaford, but it's not on Earth. Because the sea's all pink. And eventually they meet some people, and it's an artist commune. Again, we've got to be careful. Brand new stuff. We can't spoiler it. All right. With Wendy Craig in charge. She's doing quite a bit for Big Finish at the moment, I've noticed. Anyway, something's going on. Something has got into the fort and is killing people through despair. Which is a nice thought, really. I wasn't that impressed by this one. The script didn't grab me. The music was too loud, quite frankly. It really was. It was too high up in the mix and there was too much of it. I appreciate what they're trying to do is, and as we'll see with the Umzel in Incursion, they're trying to do era-specific styles of music. But I don't think this worked on this particular one. It's all right. It's. I'm going to say, listen to it, make your own mind up on this one. Daisy Beavers. Thank you. Is that actually her name, Daisy Beavers?
Easy Beavers.
I thought it was different. It's certainly different on Twitter. Oh, there we go.
Parents Caroline John. Our dad is Jeffrey Beavers.
Yes, the Master.
Yep.
They appeared together in the Big Finish story. Dust Breeding. Got there. Dust Breeding. With the return of the Crispy Master. Superbly not shadowed, not teased, hidden until you get to the cliffhanger and it's just they kept that a secret superbly. Very similar to, of course, that great old actor Sam Kisgard turning up to play the Master in the Unbound series. He still plays the Master occasionally for the Benny Summerfield range and was in Masterful. Right, anyway, sorry, babbling. So yeah, this one didn't strike me very well. I'm not sure what it was, but it just didn't grab me. I'm sorry. But the boys here, you see there's 2 of them, they may have a different view. So, Eddie, what did you make of the Sarah Jane Smith Third Doctor one?
It was not as good as the first one, but I did still enjoy it. I definitely still enjoyed it. What I struggled with, and I'm going to put this down to my current hearing issues, which hopefully I'll get to see somebody soon, my tinnitus, was I found it difficult to actually distinguish between some of the characters as they were talking.
So did I.
Did you as well?
Yes.
Yeah. So
It may
that's
have been you, because I also got that.
oh right. So that's
3
maybe
for
not
3.
Either that, or
So-
we're just holding our hearing.
We can't all be wrong or old.
So they all spoke very similar. So for me, that was the distinguishing between the characters made elements of it hard to follow. I liked the whole thing. It was a base under siege story, fair and simple. I
They
had
didn't
no
have
idea.
a budget for location filming, unfortunately.
No. Oh well, that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
That's in this day and age. Big Finish sort that out.
Location filming, please.
I didn't realise it was Wendy Craig until it was like now they did it. They talk about it afterwards, and it was like, "Hi, I'm Wendy Craig." Big butterflies. She's really good. I was able to distinguish her character because she was just came across lovely, and she's pitched up as being, she's not going to be happy that you two have landed are here, and then she meets them and it's darlings. It's just just glorious. Really like that.
That's
in
one of the high
terms
points of the story, to be fair.
Yes, yeah. Wendy Craig is glorious. Tim Treloar, it does, and it's not an impersonation. He does an amazing tribute to.
That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah, and it's just it's his take on the Third Doctor. He's not trying to emulate. He's not trying to copy.
He's doing a Bradley.
And I really but I really enjoy it. I really enjoy it. And Tim Treloar, what a name, Tim Treloar. It's got gravitas. It's just everything
has
it says.
Katie
I wish
Manning's-
I'd been called Tim Treloar.
He has Katie Manning's official huge seal of approval. She loves working with him, and it's lovely because she's got the Third Doctor back. So that's nice. I like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to get into any spoilers, but it's your typical standard base under siege story. Doctor sorts it out, but that was my key criticism was that I struggled to with a lot of the other characters that were around it.
I
apart
struggled
from
to engage with the
Doctor.
script, quite frankly.
Yeah.
Anyway, Brian, what did you make of it, sweetheart? Did you get to listen to it?
I did listen to it.
Are we going to have a week where we've all watched and listened to everything?
Yes.
Oh, come on. Come on.
Well, no, I had a problem with the script too. Actually, the script for both of them. It was kind of ambiguous as to what time period they were in. Because if you listen to it, you listen to the dialogue, you listen to everything going on around there, they both sound like they're modern scripts.
Right, hang on a second. May I?
Yeah.
I'll try and give an answer, not on behalf of Big Finish, but to counterpoint. Yeah. We don't need to know when the Pertwee story with Sarah is, because that's going to be 2000.
Whenever.
It's a
another
different planet. Exactly. So we don't need to worry too much about that. As we will see, the first story, the Unzel Incursion, is set during season 7 of Pertwee. And we haven't really got a year for that because of the unit dating controversy. Do you know of the unit dating controversy?
I believe you've explained this on previous shows.
Oh, thank fuck for
19
that.
It's 1980 something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the unsolubles, I think. All sorts of people have tried to solve the unit dating problem. Normal people just run away from it screaming, quite frankly. And it's all JNT's fault. Actually, no. It's William Russell's fault. He was originally going to be in Mordred Undead instead of Nicholas Courtney. Now, the school in two time periods, 77 and 82, 83? 83. And it would have been Ian Chesterton at the school, which makes a lot more sense than the Brigadier. It also means that the Brigadier, who should still be in unit at that time, suddenly isn't and is suddenly retired, and probably has been for a while. So it really, really... don't worry about the setting of any Pertwee story.
Oh, no, I'm not worried about the setting of it. It's just that It didn't.
Dating.
It sounded modern. Modern slang, modern diction. It didn't sound dated, if that makes any sense.
No. You see, I didn't feel that about the Unzel incursion. But I think I was enjoying it too much to care.
Kind of like Billy Piper on our second watch through. We love her on the first. Second one, we want to burn her at the stake.
The second one, we found out she was married to Lawrence Fox. Anyway, Lawrence Fox, arsehole. Was an actor, won't get used for anything nowadays, so has become a politician. Or at least thinks he is. I can't remember. I think either he just beat Count Binface or just lost to him in the London mayoral elections. I think he probably just beat Count. Anyway, moving on. Right, shall we talk about have you both spoken about that one? I can't remember. Eddie hasn't. Eddie, go on, cheer us up.
I loved it. I absolutely loved this.
Hang on. We're talking about the one
The
in the
Unzel.
sea. No, not the Unzel.
Oh no! I talked about the
right.
He did the one we don't like.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. A third Doctor Who, and his plucky girl assistant, Brigadier Alistair Gordon Lethbridge. You're probably wondering what that was. Don't worry, I haven't had a stroke. The Unzel incursion is something very special indeed. It is set during season 7. As a result, as a little nod to those who know, which hopefully is all of us, they've done the similar opening framework as in the Ambassadors of Death.
Yeah.
Which is wonderful. And it's the double sting! Again, none of the original cast. Dr. Elizabeth Shaw, who is wondering when people started calling her Miss rather than Doctor, has put together something called Hotspur. It's a network of all the radar stations on the globe. The idea being it's as a space detection system. However, somebody wants it turned off. In the meantime, British Army troops are being sent to... I was going to say the faculty. It's not the faculty, is it?
Factory?
No. Eddie, can you remember? Fulcrum?
Fulcrum.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Where they're undergoing intensive training.
Yes, Fulcrum, definitely.
Then all the unit soldiers turn on the Brigadier, the Doctor, and Liz.
We're not supposed to be giving spoilers.
That's as far as I'm going.
Okay.
This is superb. I can see this in the future becoming one of Big Finish's keystone releases, if I'm honest with you. They got season 7 spot on. They really did. And Daisy, your mother would have been proud because that was Liz Shaw.
Yeah.
The slight edge to her voice, the not taking any nonsense from the boys. Amazing performance there. And we take our hat off to John Culshaw as well for the Brigadier. Here, in a slightly more serious role, because it's season 7, where the Brigadier wasn't a fool. That only happened after the 3 Doctors. Hang on a second.
We have somebody to ban.
Tindercop 50 want to become famous by followers and viewers on... Do you know, one day I am going to have to work out how to work Twitch. It occurs to me. I haven't got the Twitch page up. I've got
No, if you click their name, you can ban them.
No, I can't because I have to do it through the Twitch page, and I haven't got the Twitch page up. I'm seeing all this via Streamlabs. It's a separate step, which is a pain in the arse in that respect. Again, you need to sort out moderator status. One day, maybe. One day. Sorry.
She can tell you how. She made me a moderator on hers.
Oh, yes, I think she's going to have to talk me through that. I think you're going to have to click and follow and whatever, so I've got your name there or something. Or it's going to have to happen during this. I don't know. Ask Jess, and we'll sort it from there. That's the best bit. Anyway, the Unzel incursion. The music, which I disliked on the second part of the box set, here is beautifully perfect. The music in season 7, a lot of it was library music. Certainly, I say that. Inferno was library music, and they've tried to emulate, not copy, but just give the feeling of some of Delia Derbyshire and Brian Hodgson stuff.
You bring up Inferno. Have they ever gone back to that world?
There is a novel, Face of the Enemy, by David McKinty, one of the BBC not Missing Adventures, past Doctor books, which doesn't feature the Doctor or Joe. It's a Brigadier story with the Master and the Inferno universe.
I just love
It's a brilliant book. It's a brilliant book, especially when he brings back Ian and Barbara.
Nice.
Yeah, if you manage to get hold of a copy of that book, David, don't worry, I'll waive the fee for this because I love it. The fee. Yeah, Face of the Enemy, BBC Past Doctor book. Get it, it's good. But the whole tone of this was correct. Admittedly, to make it really correct, they should have stretched it out longer than 4 parts. All right, Spearhead from Space was 4 parts. Fair dues. But this just felt like it was mainlining season 7. There's very few things I will say that about. Gareth Roberts, who is a disappointment to me, I'm going to be honest. His Virgin New Adventure, Missing Adventures, he mainlined the Graham Williams era, and they were superb. And his handling of the Ogrons is just pant-wettingly funny. But this mainline season 7, and I hope we get more. I really, really do. The Unzel incursion, part of the latest Third Doctor box set from Big Finish. Get it. Eddie, you go first this time.
Okay, that's perfect. It was just, I don't think I can add much to what you've already said. I just loved it. It was just, even from the first episode kicks in, and they do that little bit where for that season where they do the recap, and then the theme tune comes back in just for that little snippet, and then straight back in. They had me hooked from that point. Daisy Beavers just absolutely channels her mother. I mean, just fantastic stuff.
I mean, Sadie Miller is pretty damn good as well. We should say that about Sarah Jane Smith.
Oh, absolutely. But for this one, just the story, the performances. I mean,
you could forget that it wasn't the original cast.
Yes.
Oh.
Hello, Eddie's timing out again. All right.
No, I'm back. Hopefully,
Okay.
I'll do this all the way through. John Culshaw's performance as well as the Brigadier. I mean, you just forget
that man
that
scares me with
Nicholas
how good he
Courtney.
is. I mean,
you just
poetry.
forget.
His poetry is pitch perfect. His Brigadier, pitch perfect. You know, it's. I should imagine at one point, and he must have been kicking himself, when Tim Treloar got cast as the Third Doctor, he must have kicked himself a little bit there, because I could have seen him wanting that. I mean, I don't know the man or anything else like that, but I know what I would have done. Damn it, I want the First Doctor role, you know? But talking of which, I have sent the invite out to John Culshaw to come on the show. I have not as yet heard back, but we've got our fingers crossed, because we're going to have a nice natter, quite frankly, because that man is brilliant. Right, I'm so sorry I interrupted you.
Not at all. So all I'm going to add is I loved this. This was just, again, when Big Finish hit the note, they hit the note. This was just, it was absolutely pitch perfect. Again, Tim Treloar, you listen to that, and he's not Pertwee, but you just get so sucked into the whole experience. Yeah. It doesn't matter. And that's no disrespect to Pertwee. Pertwee's one of my favourite Doctors. So this, I really, by rights, should not enjoy this, and I loved it. And again, so this one, yeah, I think is classic. Big Finish, absolutely classic.
A Big Finish classic, you reckon?
Absolutely.
Up there with Spare Parts, The Holy Terror.
It's Spare Parts for me is always that's the pinnacle, but it's not far off it. It's not far off it, and I will listen to it again. I will listen to it again.
Fair enough. Brian?
The issue I had with the scripts
Oh, God.
dissolved. No, dissolved with this.
Oh, right.
It
Oh,
was
good,
still
good.
there, but it didn't matter. This was the third Doctor, the Brig. It was Liz Shaw. They were all there, and I was happy. I mean, Daisy does her mother's impersonation perfectly. And I mean perfectly. This is a woman who's heard her mom talk like
Since she was born at an early age.
exactly.
Yes. Okay, good. Right.
She
That's
knows
a good
the
reason.
inflections. She knows all of it, and it comes across beautifully.
It does. It does.
The scripts, I like the story. The story was good. The idea behind the story was good. I just felt it was more modern than period. And that may just be me coloring it.
I think you might be
But-
colouring it there, love. Because
Yeah.
this plot I could easily see in season 7. It's exactly the sort of thing.
Oh, close my eyes. I could envisage it. That was.
It may be that, maybe my coloring it because I was seeing, cyborg intervention into the unit soldiers and everything.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
implants.
The only thing I
I
think
was
they might have
hijacking it when.
the only thing I think they may have had trouble on the TV with are the drones.
Mm-hmm.
Convincingly,
Yeah, I was totally
realizing them.
hijacking out the entire show when I should have been, in my head just keeping it all low tech.
Fair enough.
So.
But so thumbs up,
Oh, 2.
ladies and gentlemen. One word of advice about the Unzel incursion: carry on listening until after the end credits.
Oh yes. I didn't want to mention that.
We're not going to say what it is.
Nope.
Nope.
No. Leave it there.
I damn well want to because there's things I want to say, but I can't.
It's like a Marvel
massive twisty thing. All right. At the end, after the end credits of the Unzel incursion, listen.
I smiled all the way through, and then there's no pause for breath. Brilliant. Leave it.
It's like the appearance of Thanos at the end of the Avengers.
Yes,
Oh,
that's a
what-
good way of putting it. That's a very
Yeah.
good way of putting it. I remember sitting there with my chief scientist, Adam Purcell, sat next to me. And Adam doesn't know too much about Marvel. And basically, old Purple Puss turned round. I just went, Thanos! And Adam sort of,
And that was just before we got there. It's
Yeah,
the
I
whole
did
thing
the
in it.
entire excited. Go.
This had the adult element for that season as well,
did.
and there's an element of sadness and tragedy through it as well. Brilliant, and they just hit the note. They just got it right.
yeah.
Yeah.
That is
They
what
must
I
have
want to
figured
go
out
back and listen
all-
to again.
Yes.
Very
Yeah.
much so. So, there we go. Big Finish, Third Doctor Adventures, latest box set, Unzel Incursion, and I've even forgotten the name of their second story. Oh, that's bad of me. But get it just for the Unzel Incursion. Sorry. You will not regret it.
No.
No, not at all. Awkward pause. The third Doctor Who and his plucky girl assistant John Ridge. I can't keep going with this one. I can't. I'm sorry. We watched Doom Watch. I've been looking forward to doing this because the one, especially after just listening to the Unzel incursion. How brilliant would a season 7 Doctor Who Doom Watch crossover be?
Oh no.
Oh yeah. Yeah, after
especially
watching
with
this
Pertwee
episode,
and John Paul, who are very similar facially and vocally. You could imagine Pertwee having the Third Doctor just having a whale of a time there. Doomwatch. Sorry, Doomwatch, yes. Toby Wren's turned up for his first day on the job. There's a bit of confusion. He's not quite sure because Dr. Quist, the guy in charge of Doomwatch, and I will give you the name of the actual department next week, sends him off to, not San Pedro. Somewhere in South America, I think.
Is it San Marino? Was it or something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
it was a warm place
Yeah.
down South America.
Yeah.
Because there was a plane crash. And they discover, oh my God, there's a plastic-eating virus out there. A biological thing, not a chemical thing. However, Quist is having to bang his head up against the ministry to get any information about what's going on.
And you didn't get to where you were today by having to bang the heads of the ministry to get to where to find out what you were doing.
That was nicely done.
Yes.
Yes, I'm sorry, yes. That was good. Yep. If
One
God had
tries.
wanted us to have quotes, he'd have put some in the Bible, Mr. President. Oh, this is good. Doomwatch was a huge thing when it was on telly. I think it was back in 1970. It's created by Jerry Davis and Kit Pedler. Now, Jerry Davis had been the script editor of Doctor Who for a while, and he'd brought on board Kit Pedler as a scientific advisor. And one of Kit Pedler's anxious things, being a scientist, was cybernetics. You can see what came out of that. However, they got on well enough to sort of, when they left Doctor Who, they went on to form Doomwatch for the BBC. I think there's 3 series. It might be 4. A lot of it is missing, I'm afraid. It's the old archives purge, which is a damn shame. There's a key episode coming up that's missing, which is a very big damn shame. But we'll get to that when the time comes. It's played straight all the way throughout, and the effects are a bit wonky. Remember, we're talking 1970. They haven't quite found their feet yet, as we will see with the rat episode. You are allowed to laugh, by the way, when you watch the rat. It's fine. Just go with it. Just let it out, basically. So basically, it's people. The term Doomwatch has actually fallen into, well, not common usage, but it's still in usage, meaning something that is against the human race, against the planet, something man-made normally. It's a Doomwatch scenario. It was very anti-pollution, pro-ecology, and this is, again, back in 1970. We're in 2021 now, and we've still done practically fuck all on the big scale.
We learned nothing.
No. I mean, they were preaching at us back in the 70s. You had Doomwatch, you had Doctor Who. It's...
We could do on with that virus, just need to get rid of all the plastic we've got around the world. So if we could just melt it all and make it disappear.
well, yes, but the Dungeness test, I don't think ever went ahead.
Because that would have destroyed everything.
Doomwatch
Yeah, true.
has its 70s problems. John Ridge is very sexist, as you will see in further episodes. Dr. Quist himself, God, I'd love Pertwee to have to say that all the time. Dr. Quist! Why didn't that ever happen? Why? Big Finish, it's over to
Finish.
you. I want Big Finish to do Doomwatch. I do. I really want Big Finish to do Doomwatch.
Make him do a crossover.
That's why I want Big Finish to do Doomwatch.
Yeah.
After listening to the Unzel incursion, we know they can do season 7 spot on. Let's have... Oh, dear. So, yeah. Doomwatch. Yeah, this is one that, like I say, people watched at the time but have forgotten about, but the word still carries on. So, I'm going to turn to Brian first on this one, because I should imagine it's a very new thing for him.
Yeah, considering I watched it at 1 o'clock this afternoon, yeah.
Oh, Jesus. All right, your memory will be fresh.
You'll be fresh.
Go on then, mate. What did you make of it? Putting everything into context.
Wasn't bad. You had your standard government middleman who's got a taste of power and is trying to lord it over everyone.
To be fair, he's not a middleman. He's a minister. He can lord it over everyone.
Okay. He's still a dick.
Yeah, he is still a dick. We'll be seeing
Yeah.
more of him.
And I love how the leader of Doomwatch put him in his place. Just slapped him down. Well, let's see. Who released the virus that caused 35 deaths and is about to destroy the world? Oh, that was you.
Yeah.
It wasn't your secretary. No.
Yeah,
You broke protocol. You caused all this.
John
You're an
Paul,
idiot.
who plays Quist, is a great actor. And he died well before his time, sadly.
And then you had Rig. I mean, this guy's out of the box problem solving. Well, if the
He was a spy!
if the information's in the minister's office, why don't we just break in and I'll get it? Wait, what? We can't. No. Aren't there chance? No. I'll just break in. It's fine. And then he's trying to be all James Bond with the secretaries.
Not in that necktie, dear.
And I'm like, dude, please, no, stop.
It really does make you cringe nowadays, seeing that sort of thing.
With 21st century, more, I guess, morality or wokeness, yeah, it's cringy as all fuck.
And it's not the end of last you'll see of that either, I'm afraid.
Oh, good. Because that almost makes it hilarious.
Fair enough.
And
Haven't
how
seen
would
the
you like
rats.
to be the new guy in the office? I mean,
Considering
yeah,
I know
Robert
what
Powell.
happens, the answer is no, I wouldn't.
yeah.
Robert Poe.
We went
Oh,
on to
good,
be
you're hired.
Jesus.
By the way, get him on a flight to San Pedro. But
He turned up as Jesus in the end.
don't I have to sign like W-2s and I-9s and stuff?
Oh, he becomes this.
Get him on a plane. You're going to
He
invest.
becomes Jesus, then he moves to Australia and he becomes this Harlequin figure that basically takes over the government.
Oh,
and
I
it's a great
love
film.
that film.
I love that film.
It is called Harlequin, isn't it?
Harlequin, yeah.
Yeah. Right, hang on. We've got to somehow get back on track to do
Doomwatch.
much. Oh dear, who cares? He then went on to become a detective with Jasper
Yeah,
Carrot.
with Jasper Carrot.
Yeah. Ended up going up against Bergerac. Fool! Now then, Jim. Right. Eddie, talk to me about Doomwatch.
I get taken off at the moment, but because I seen CJ right, I just expect Reggie Perrin to join.
John Barrow.
We're in the
John Barron is the name of the actor. He played CJ in sort of the Fall and Rise of Reggie Perrin. He was the preacher, the deacon in Whoops Apocalypse around about the same time.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, he was also in the Icebox episodes of what's it called? It'll come to me. Big Finish recently released some. Time Slip.
All right, yeah, that's right. I remember now. Yes, because we watched it. We watched it and reviewed it.
Chat. I'd like an F for respect for my brain, if you don't mind, please. Okay, carry on. Please.
So the element they're in his office and they kept standing up. I laughed because I was expecting a fart gag and it never happened. I just couldn't. It was,
Great.
but
Super.
but smashing.
Super. Great. Let's see what you could have won. You live in a high rise. Here's your motorboat.
Here's a speedboat.
So you're unemployed. Well, that's great. Smashing Super. Sorry, Brian, there was a program over here called Bullseye. It's a darts game. And it was presented by an ex-teacher and a comedian called Jim Bowen, who was brilliant. But sometimes It could be a bit
This was-
wonky.
This was a working class quiz show, and
Yeah.
people that lived in high rise flats. And what you finished the story, Siobhan? What was the standard price?
Standard prize was a speedboat.
Of course, because yes,
He did turn around once to, I was going to say a customer, to one of the contestants and say, "So what do you do for a living?" "Oh, I don't, I'm unemployed." "Oh, super, smashing." And he carried on. It's a case of, no, you didn't listen, did you? Sue Perriman from The Wife in Space has been on there as a contestant.
Really?
Really?
nice.
There we
Did
go.
she win the speedboat?
I haven't asked. I wonder if I should.
We need to find out. Yeah, does she have a speedboat parked outside her
I'll
house?
tell you what, hang on. I'll get in touch with Neil. I'll ask him for details, and I'll report back next week. Sue Perriman
do.
and the Speedboat of Doom. This is good. I like this.
I'll put some context. So I had
Please,
a pretty
yes.
stressful morning. Like I said, a busy week at work, right? And I was given a kind of last minute thing to do, which is fine. And I had a deadline, and it was really, really stressed. So I thought, right, fine. Got it done. It got to lunchtime, so sandwich there. I'm going to watch Doomwatch. Watch. That'll calm me down. My God, it's just the most stressful thing. And it's the whole thing where the plane's melting, and then the old fella goes in and speaks to the pilots, and it's like as soon as he walks in, that's going to spread the virus, and the plane's going. It's just brilliant. It's an aeroplane disaster film. Poor Robert Powell, his first day on the job, is stuck on the plane. The plastic's melting. They're going to crash. But the government are taking no responsibility. It was stress. By the time it got to the end, it was like I needed to go into a dark room and calm down. It's just brilliant TV, absolutely brilliant TV. I mean, the tension all the way through it. In terms at the home front, they're trying to actually get people to acknowledge the fact that there's an issue, and don't talk nonsense. And then the poor guys on the plane, and the plate, just the sweat in the brow of the pilots. I can't wait to see more of these, Siobhan. I really can't. I mean,
There are
I've
some
seen the
good
film.
ones. There are some bad ones.
I've seen the Doomwatch film, and I'm sure I've seen repeats of some of the episodes. I don't know if UK
I'd
Gold
love to know.
showed some of them.
They may have done back in the 90s, because they
Yeah,
went through a phase
yeah.
of showing old British sci-fi shows like that.
They did, and because I don't know. So I'm sure I've seen some of it, but not looking forward to watching the rest. And the episode with the rats, you've built it big. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see the one with the rats.
It's bless them, they tried. Do you remember the dinosaurs in Invasion of the Dinosaurs from Doctor Who?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Right. Okay. That
Right,
sets the
okay.
context.
Good.
Gonna be interesting.
Yep.
Painful, but
I don't know
interesting.
what the next episode is. It might actually be Tomorrow the Rat. I'll find out afterwards.
I wish BritBox would pick them up as well, though.
So,
I really
but
do.
I honestly think it's a bit odd.
You'll
I
get
am.
it on your BritBox. I still won't.
I think there's something wrong with the rights. wrong with the rights to Doomwatch. Big Finish haven't picked it up at all. And I can't see them at least inquiring about it. There was Channel 5 over here fairly early on when it started. Oh, well done. Did do a modern Doomwatch story, which I quite liked. And yeah, it was very much of its time. Well, I say of its time, of today as well. I can't get hold of it for love nor money, which is a shame. I would love to I'd love to see that again. I really would. I'm sorry, I interrupted, and I don't know where I am now.
No, I think we're all in agreement. We liked it.
Yeah.
We really did.
Okay, so next week
Yeah.
is another Doomwatch episode. Like I say, it might be Tomorrow the Rat. I don't know. Again, this is one of those programs where I have to limit myself to one a week. And considering I've got access to all of it, that is showing some severe restraint. It's like Blake 7 as well. I want to keep going with Blake 7. I can't. I can do it once a week, because if I do more than that, I start to forget. Talking of Blake 7, The first Roger Blake. Well, he's taken the death of Gan a little bit too hard. Well, no, he hasn't taken it too hard, as Avon consistently and continually reminds him. So Blake decides to beam down to a planet and do some thinking. In the meantime, do you remember what happens where at the end of Pressure Point, where Servalan turns to Travis and says, "You hesitated"? Remember that? We've got the comeuppance for that. Travis is on trial for slaughtering a whole load of civilians, innocent civilians. And it's all stacked against him. Servalan wants him gone. He's an embarrassment to her because he's failed the Blake thing. And so we've got these parallel, well, almost parallel. Yep, you've got these two stories of the two men, each coming to terms with something which to them is terrible. Blake realising that his own pride and self-belief got one of his friends killed. Travis realising, he probably already knew, to be honest with you, but realising and making it very clear what the Federation really is like, and saying, look, I am a product of what you made me. Avon shines in this episode. It is becoming the Avon show. They've really built his character up, and the snide asides are just great fun. Who wants to go first on this one? Go on, I'll free for all.
Sure.
Go, okay, good. Have you seen my dice?
I saw them once.
What happened to them?
You dropped 3 of them, and now they're gone forever.
It's not just the 3. All my dice have vanished since those people came in. I just bought them.
You on the shelf. Behind you. On the shelf.
Oh, over there. No, I don't think so.
I'm just saying.
No, fair question. They haven't fiddled with that, actually, which I'm a little bit surprised with. Anyway, sorry, go on, Brian.
Okay. So I have to disagree with you on Blake. Mainly because I see what he did as pure manipulation. Of the 3. Because I'm going to say 3 crewmates. Because I'm not counting Avon in that.
Wise.
Remaining 3 crewmates. Total manipulation. Well, he's thought about it. Well, he's sorry it happened. Blah, blah, blah. Right. Bullshit. He doesn't care.
Now that's
he would willingly sacrifice each and every single one of them.
Now, I think we've already had it. No, we haven't. They will follow him until the last drop of their blood. I've misquoted that somewhere down there. Oh, he will lead them until the last drop of their blood.
Yeah.
Context for that will appear later. Yeah. And the correct quote.
Avon is seeing right through him, too.
Oh, God, yes.
Yeah. So, I think Avon should have just left him on the planet.
Well, he gives Blake the warning at the end. You almost lost them this time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then he and the Liberator show up and they blow up the trial that Travis is having.
They want to say, we're back out,
We're back!
Just because one person
could have been rid of Travis. Thanks. Good going, Blake. Could have been rid of him. No.
So now they've got 2 enemies out there. They've got Travis and they've got Servalan.
But Travis doesn't have any more backup. He's got his mutoids.
We will find out what happens to Travis, and it gets a bit bizarre. I'm going to be honest. It does get a bit bizarre. But, yes, it gets very bizarre at places. Yes. So, did you enjoy it?
Yeah. Avon Snark carries the show.
I'll agree. I will agree.
I live to watch that man snark at Blake. Just totally just go off on him. It's like, yeah, okay. More, please.
Yeah. Yep. Make the most of it.
Mhm.
What was I going to say? I'm not sure. It's completely left my mind. Eddie. Doctor Who and the Blake
don't think
Seven. What was it like?
Blake Seven's just
Tosh.
great. Doctor Who.
Did you
and
see
the
Tosh
Blake Seven.
Lynham in there? DC Tosh Lynham.
Yes, as
From the Bill.
He was the
guard.
from the Bill. He was the guard that went in and gave him the drink.
Yep.
Yeah. It's amazing that you watch this and you just see kind of your British
Miles
standard
was there.
stalwarts.
A returning character, Peter Miles's character.
We had from Coronation Street, Fred. Oh,
John
what's-
Saturdant.
Yes.
This
Yeah.
is not his only appearance in Blake 7. And
didn't
his
miss the
next
one. It really
appearance
is.
is glorious.
So
It's
he
a Robert
didn't get
Holmes
killed in
script, so you know where we're heading.
He didn't get killed in the attack. I thought he.
Oh
was
no, he
dead.
plays a different character.
Oh right, okay. I'll suspend my disbelief.
Nah, it's
So,
easy enough to do. I say easy enough, Ashley.
absolutely, I say that. Yep, absolutely. The thing I got from this though is it's the whole thing. It's Blake starts off as the quintessential hero in this, and you hit the nail on the head. He's manipulating these people now to do his bidding. One of the beloved crew members has died. And he's going to, I'm going to go and contemplate it, and then he leaves the message, which they have to figure out. They actually have to wait, and they figure it out. And he left a message, and it's I'm awfully sorry.
You
And
will
I'd
see-
understand if you would leave.
Avon playing the same trick at some stage.
Well, do you know what? You would expect Avon to do something like this because Avon's just this
This is in
calculating.
character for Avon
Yeah.
to do.
And yet it's Blake doing it. So we asked the question, freedom fighters or terrorists?
Terrorist.
Terrorist.
So ever since last week, you've firmly come down on that side, haven't you?
Oh, Blake's
Oh,
a
yeah.
terrorist. Blake is a fanatic. He's as fanatic as his counterpart Travis. Now he's got a war on two fronts because he's little state. And again, even with that, right? So to actually make his statement, he couldn't have done that without Avon because Avon creates the kind of cloaking device that hides them from the Federation's like tracking system.
Yeah.
So again, Paul Darrow's just great. That's why I watch it now. The whole thing on the planet, with the planet being alive, and
I thought the realization of the alien, can't remember her name, Years, something like that.
Lizard
Zaz.
lady?
Yeah, her. I thought, all right, the costume wasn't brilliant, but her performance was very good. She was giving us her alien parasite, and it was a good performance and easy to laugh at. But if you suspend your disbelief, it's all there.
It's 70s sci-fi. Yep.
it's all there. Okay, Brian, tell us what next week's one is, please. That's your job in this show.
Oh, that's my job?
Yep, that's your job.
Oh. Well then, next week's episode is
Yes.
Killer.
Roll. Killer. Oh, killer, no filler.
Ooh.
Season 2, episode 7.
Can't remember what that's about. Yet. I'd probably watch it after the show. I don't have any recording to do after the show tonight, I don't think. No.
Probably watch it at lunch tomorrow or something.
Okay, so that's good. Right then. Oh, I haven't told you what we're going to be doing for Doctor Who next week.
No.
No. Well, to be honest with you, if I'd have known what the Unzel incursion was like, I would have chosen it for this week. We're going to look at Ambassadors of Death. I don't think we've done it, certainly in this iteration of the show. It's 7 episodes, guys, so pace yourselves. All right?
Start early.
Yeah. There's some very good cliffhangers. It's season 7, and now, again, remember the Unzel incursion when you're watching it. Just to try and see just how you'll have something there you can compare it against. Do you know what I mean?
I will probably watch it while I model.
Oh dear God, not life modelling. Please, not life modelling. Not another image of him naked.
I'll strike a pose.
No. No. I don't feel well. Oh, very dear. Yes, you've been doing a lot of modelling, haven't you? You could have done with that plastic virus, quite frankly.
No, that plastic virus would totally screw me over. My entire house would melt.
Video or it didn't happen? Oh,
Most of my
Brian.
house will melt.
Oh God, yes.
Brian. I mean, I don't know why I say that.
What's that in the corner? What's that? In the, oh, it's a seat. Is that a seat with something?
Yeah,
on it?
that's
I thought.
just a chair.
I thought for no, just when you zoom past, it looked like a kind of horror character. It was like wearing a cape.
Yeah.
Phantom of the Opera.
We have shadow people in the
Yep.
house.
Talking of
Oh, me
which,
too.
look.
It's gone.
Your shadow person is gone.
My gloom has gone. The area of doom has vanished. Which is slightly problematic because I do need to hang a jacket up there, otherwise the cats will shut the door and shut themselves in because they're idiots. Yeah. Quite frankly. So it's, yes, Ambassadors of Death. I don't know what's coming up from Big Finish this week. There's normally something. If not, we'll go and see what else we can find. Or we just won't. It's that simple. After that, the Doomwatch episode, which I think is Tomorrow the Rat, but I could be wrong. And then Killer for Blake 7. I am scrabbling around trying to find guests to pop in and stuff. Like I say, I've sent John Culshaw an invite, but busy man, so I have to wait and see. I want to try and get Nick Briggs back on the show. He was on the Flashing Blade original. And I'm trying to think who else I really wanted to grab hold of. Oh, it'll come to me. Chestnut's here. Hello, Chestnut. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Just having a look about. Probably looking for your dice.
Yeah.
Go and find your brother. Bring him home to me.
Yeah. We'll find Mosh.
I'm going through the various stages of grief at the moment. I think
Mosh
we're
will show
almost
back
at
up.
acceptance. It's just the not knowing that's the problem. It's killing me. Oh,
Yeah.
but by then? Yes. Goodbye then. And don't worry, you've managed to do something
That
with
is
the mouse.
following your orders.
Okay. Fair enough. Right. What's happening next week? Eddie.
Well, my son's first birthday.
When is
Happen
that
Friday
by any
because
chance?
It's Wednesday.
Is
Wednesday
it?
the 26th.
How
Yes.
crap is this show making you?
Oh, no, it's nothing to do with this show. It's just me and Angela are notoriously bad at dates. So again, I will use the excuse. Friday was the 21st, and it's his 21st birthday. The two of us saw it and just went into a panic. So at least we'll get his party organised, and his party will be on Wednesday lunchtime at Ridge Park House, which is run by Scottish Autism, and they're having a barbecue.
With
And we can
nuggets.
go. Yeah, with nuggets, lots of chicken nuggets. I think we'll probably take a 20. We'll go to McDonald's in the
Part of
way
the
there
birthday
and buy
present.
a boxes of it.
Get
Yeah.
him 21
So-
nuggets.
We'll get 4 boxes of 20 and we'll put 21 in one and we'll give that to Jack. That's a good
There
idea.
you go.
I actually like that. So that's what we're looking for on Wednesday, and then we're into a bank holiday weekend. So it's a short week for me at work. So I'm only in 3 days.
Oh.
So can't wait.
I didn't realise a bank holiday.
Another
Another day of boredom. My chat isn't
week.
working.
Not this
they've
Monday.
been
The Monday
very,
after.
very quiet. The last thing I've got is that, that TJ Lindcott 50 want to become famous thing. After that, I got nothing.
Oh,
Try
no,
scrolling.
No, there's nothing there. Nothing's come through. So mind you, again, I'm reading it on the Streamlabs program rather than.
Yumiko's been doing a lot.
Okay.
Yumiko's saying she's been naughty. Wait, shadow people exist. Yes, they do.
True.
They certainly
Yes,
do.
they
We've
do.
seen them.
I've seen a lot
Hell-
of Slapped Ham and Nuke's Top 5.
Hello, Retta. You
Hi,
back
Retta.
then? Did you go off somewhere? Did you?
Hellfire will join if allowed.
Shit, that just moved. What the fuck is going on with my chat?
You just posted that.
Okay, that's weird. I know. I give up on my. You guys are gonna have to keep an eye on chat for the moment, I'm afraid, because I've no idea what's going on.
Okay.
Hellfire, definitely Yumiko would be in league with the shadow people. Definitely, I think we'd agree.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah, the
If
Daleks
your
have been
name is
involved somewhere.
Hellfire, you're in league with Shadow People.
And
Okay.
Bob was
Then it
testing
was
shit.
just testing the chat.
If you say so. That came through.
No
I've
problem.
not had anything after that. So
Okay.
That's
No worries.
strange.
I don't know.
She up to date.
What
That's
about you,
up to
Brian?
date.
I too have a short week. I'm in
pleases
the
Auntie.
office Monday through Thursday. Friday, I'm starting my very first vacation in several years.
Oh,
I have no
bless.
idea what I'm going to do, but I do
Well,
know what
Auntie
I'm-
needs company and sweater.
I will see what I can do. I may play and broadcast for this from a remote location. I don't know yet. I have no idea what I'm going to do other than go back to sleep Friday morning.
Are you looking forward
Turn
to
off
that,
the
aren't you?
alarm, roll over.
Why have the alarm on? Sleep straight.
No. I need the experience. I need to feel this.
Hey. That's enough of that. Neddy,
I
you
need
The whole
jump up
experience of being able to turn the alarm off and then turn your head and go back to sleep.
Yes.
That-
Yeah, I
it's
need
glorious.
that experience. I have been dying for that experience for so long so
there. Oh,
far.
bless. Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, there's that. I may just go for a drive and not come back for a couple days.
They'll end up.
Are
Your
your eyes
neighbours
tested?
will end up in both your car parking spaces.
Yeah, and if they do, I'm gonna block them in.
Do you have a Barnard Castle near you?
Yeah, test your eyesight.
Yeah, go to Barnard Castle. Go to your equivalent of Syracuse equivalent of Barnard Castle.
We
Get your eyes
have.
tested.
Nah,
I'm getting my
I'm
second.
scared of what they'll find. We do have Boat Castle up in the Thousand Islands. I might go and do that on Saturday.
There you go.
Saucy bunch of
you go.
islands, if you ever ask me. Right. Now, hang on.
Second jab alert.
Yes, second jab. I'm having it. I think it's next Saturday.
Ooh, you're having a big barbecue,
good,
Reddit.
good,
You
good.
don't say.
That'll mean that we're all clean then. We're all safe. We're all.
That's a
Have
10-hour
you met
drive
us?
for me.
well,
We might just show up. If I do show up, I'll bring Dinosaur. Dinosaur is a barbecue sauce.
That
I
means
gave
you
2
won't be
gallons.
here next week.
Oh, yes, I will be.
This should
I
be
have a
fun.
laptop.
Oh, this should be fun. So basically, you're going to go to your sister's barbecue, and throughout it, you're just going to sit there on the laptop, occasionally making sort
broadcast.
of sauce-smudged marks on the monitor and the keyboard, and ignoring everybody else, and you'll be wobbling on about
Oh,
Doctor
no. You get an we get an audience. A live studio audience.
I really wouldn't recommend that. Seriously, we are niche.
I don't even know if I'm going to do that, so.
We are niche.
Oh, your sister's in. Your sister's saying it's a deal. It's happening.
If I show up, I will bring Dinosaur.
If he shows up and he does it on the thingy, by all means, have people around him. It'll
he's
be
been
interesting
confined-
to
he's-
actually see live reaction to this show in person towards one of the guests, towards one of the hosts.
He's got an office. He's got an office
Possibly go
arranged.
wrong.
Of course, what could?
Yeah,
What's
quite.
the worst that could happen?
Indeed.
Really?
I just burnt my nose.
Don't do that.
I won't do that.
Wouldn't advise it.
So, just to justify the Twitch tag we've got on this, Star Wars: The Old Republic. We're still, well, I say we. I'm still chugging away at it. Brian's popping in every Friday. I've started a new character, which I'm trying to get to a similar point to Brian's character now. Whether I'll be able to or not is a completely different thing, but I'm very much enjoying it at the moment. Just don't like doing it on my own.
Friday, I had to talk Retta through character generation.
Yeah, that was the RPG though. It wasn't the game.
Yeah. And
Oh,
I
sorry.
am
Yeah,
more
and the
than-
thing is, I did soloed a whole flashpoint during the time it took you to roll that character.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, it seemed very quick.
I'm off this Friday. If I don't go anywhere, we could play earlier.
This is interesting. Balmora basically calls, I should imagine.
Yes.
I think that's the next planet. I hate it. But there we go. Yes, okay. Get it out of the way. Like I say, I'm going to spend the week trying to get my level closer to yours. Not that it matters, but personal pride. Right. Okay. Well, that's not bad. 1 hour 40. That's definitely shorter than last week. I think we're a bit tired this week, to be honest with you. We were hyper last week.
We're actively trying not to do what we did last week.
Well, yeah, frankly.
Yeah.
So that if anybody does accidentally sort of stick their nose in wondering what this is, they won't be immediately terrified. Yeah. So that's that, Manda. Apparently you can put a thing on Twitch that's also just chatting or something. I need to look into that because that would sum this show up rather nicely. Just chatting.
yeah, I've seen that on
talking
several
bollocks.
channels, actually.
Talking bollocks. Oh, well, I only found out about it by the mighty Jingles. Mingles with Jingles on Monday. He was complaining that Twitch has a no nudity or whatever rule, and yet there are people with the just chatting target. It's basically girls in hot tubs swapping out bikinis. And he's not going to go at them. He says fair play to them. If they can do it, fair dues, do it. But it's the hypocrisy of Twitch. They say they're not going to do it, then they promote that thing on the front page. And it's a case of, one way or the other, guys. You can't have it both ways. Yeah. But sorry, we need to look. I need to have a look at Twitch. Look at moderator statuses and what's that thing? Oh yes, the just chatting tag. I have to look at that. That could be interesting. I can't stream Star Wars: The Old Republic, unfortunately, because Star Wars: The Old Republic has decided it doesn't like my computer too much. It keeps crashing it. And also Streamlabs, this thing that I use to stream the picture, that's this that you're seeing here, is my main monitor picture. I'm actually looking at my second monitor where the camera is. Yes. What was I saying? Something about Twitch.
Twitch, just chatting status. Need to look at it in moderation as well.
I know several channels already that do just chatting. So
Yeah, I think that might be quite useful. I mean, it's nice to have something there, Star Wars: The Old Republic, but
putting the tag in Star Wars: The Old Republic and people come in and say, what the hell are these three idiots doing? Yeah.
all right, I think we can call it a night. Don't you?
Yep.
I don't know if there's anybody in chat still, but ta-ra. How do you want to go out, boys? Do you want awkward pause? Because we've had one already, or, I mean, what do you fancy?
I really need a harmonica.
I need a pipe. I need to get that sorted.
My dog is burying herself. Basically, what I've done, I've had a big tidy up. And I've got bin bags of clothing, which I have to sort through and be merciless about to give to charity. So the bin bags are here, and the dog has managed to get into one, and he's just making a bed everywhere. It's a case of, oh, God. Right then, so we'll see you all next Sunday. Don't forget, this show will be ported over to YouTube. And, yeah, don't forget the Eurovision special. That's on YouTube as well.
All these are available in the Flashing Blade podcast playlist. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Would it help if we had a web page again?
It might.
Something we'll discuss. I
We
think.
can include a bunch of links when we port it over to YouTube too.
YouTube 2, there's another one?
Also,
Electric,
YouTube also.
YouTube 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Bloody hell. Well, yes, quite.
good.
Now let's go old school here. Say goodbye, boys.
Goodbye,
boys.
boys.
See?
You've got to fight for what you want, for all that you believe. It's right to fight for what we want, to live the way we please. As long as we have done our best, then no one can do more. And life and love and happiness are well worth fighting for. They're well worth fighting for.
You have been reading the Flashing Blade podcast live, Series 1, number 73, featuring Eddie McKenna, Brian something, and me, Siobhan Galachon. Hello there. No copyright infringement is intended, and something, John Levine. Oh, what a goat.